Welcome to Basic Tutors YouTube channel. In this channel, we will be breaking down topics of each science subject in order for you to have a better understanding of each topics. Because as a teacher, we believe that every student should understand fully every topics they are being taught. So, in order not to miss out on any of our videos, because all the videos we'll be uploading are very important, please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, like and share. We also have a Telegram channel where you can communicate with us, ask us questions, and meet with other educators. The link of our Telegram channel is in our YouTube bio and comment section. Now, say these after me. I understand mathematics. I understand physics. I understand chemistry. I understand further math. That is a spirit. Basic tutors. Excellence is our word. Hello everyone. Welcome once again to Basic Tutors YouTube channel. I want to use this medium to appreciate everyone who subscribes to our channel. You are the very best. I want to use this medium to appreciate everyone who like, everyone who share, everyone who also comments on our YouTube channel. Thanks and God bless you. And please do also follow us on all our social media handles of Facebook, our TikTok, our Instagram. We'll appreciate it if you can do that. Thanks and God bless you. Today, I won't be talking much today, so I'm talking on chemistry. I'll be taking you chemistry today. Yes, I've taken you chemistry today. And what you can see on the board is atomicity of some elements. Atomicity of some elements. So now here we have elements, formula of molecule, atomicity. Now before I dive in, I would like to say that as a chemistry student, it's very important to know all the elements, if possible. At least know the first 20 elements, even the 30 elements, you understand. I remember when I was doing my job, I was able to know 119 elements. So it is not impossible, it is possible. Do you understand? I would advise you're able to know all the elements so that when you see them, you can identify them. Hydrogen, helium, Neutron, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorinium, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium, that's 20, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, and zinc. These are the first 30 elements. So you can go on and like that, you understand? So just try and memorize them. So when you see them, you can identify them. You know this is neon, you know this is argon, you know this is hydrogen, you know this is ozone, phosphorus, sulfur. Do you understand? So as a chemistry student, if you say you're a science student, you'll be able to note this, you'll be able to memorize this. Do you understand? Because I know you're very brilliant, I know you're very intelligent. Oh, yes, I believe so much in you. Okay, so let's go on. So we have the elements, the formula of molecule, we have the atomicity. So now when we talk about neon, this is the symbol neon. When we talk about argon, this is argon. So now talking about formula of molecule, we're talking about what it represents. Hydrogen is an hydrogen gas. You get it now. H2 represents hydrogen gas. Nitrogen, nitrogen gas. Oxygen, oxygen gas. Ozone, O3. So when you see O3, now this is ozone. So when you see P4, this is phosphorus. And when you see sulfur, this is S8. Do you understand? So when I talk about the atomicity, you talk about the numbers, all these numbers, you understand that we have close to these symbols. Now, neon does not have any, so it just represents 1. So talk about law of indices. When something is invisible, it represents 1. You get it now? So there is 1 here, but you can't see it. So this represents 1, argon represents 1, H2, hydrogen represents 2, the atomicity of nitrogen is 2, atomicity of oxygen is what? Oxygen gas is 2, atomicity of ozone is 3, the atomicity of P4 is what? 4, and the atomicity of sulfur is what? 8. So no, that's what we're doing. You understand? That's what I want to show you for now. So we're moving to ions. So the next subtopic is what? Ions. I said the next subtopic is what? Ions. Ions are atoms or group of atoms which possesses an electric charge. You understand? They are atom or group of atoms which possesses an electric charge, and there are 2 types of atoms. Get it now? So we have the positively charged ions and the what? Charged ions, and the negatively charged ions. So when we talk about the positively charged ions, they're also known as, or they're also called cations. They're also called what? Cation. When we talk about positive, so we have the, e.g. we have the potassium plus, calcium 2 plus, sodium 2 plus, iron 2 plus, ammonium 2 ammonium plus. Do you understand? So we have the negatively charged ions, which are also called anions. So when you see anions, you know they are negatively charged ions. E.g., we have the OH minus, which is hydroxide minus, we have the chlorine minus, we have the what, NO3, and we have the SO42 minus. Do you understand? So these are the examples of the negatively charged and positively charged ions. So these are the two types of ions that we have. So we already know what ions are. We already know that they are atoms or group of atoms that possesses an electric charge. Do you understand? So when they ask you in school, you should be able to know what these are. You understand what ions are. Do you understand? So you're moving to the next subtopic now. Alright, so now ions are produced when atoms lose or gain electrons. You understand? When atoms lose electrons, they are produced. That's when ions are produced. When atoms gains electrons. Do you understand? Now, when atoms lose electron, when atom gain electron, you understand? When atom lose electron, we have this. When atom gain electron, we also have this. Do you understand? So now talk about the arrangement of electrons around the nucleus. So now this is it now, the arrangement of electrons around the nucleus. So now when you see this thing now, we have this nucleus. Guys, what this is zero inside this this first shell. This is our nucleus, you understand? When you see all these dots, these are nucleus. So when you talk about this is the first shell, again this is the first shell, and this first shell can only contain 2 electrons. So this first shell can only contain 2 electrons. This second shell can contain how many electrons? 8. It can only hold 8 electrons. While the third shell can only hold what? 8 electrons also. You get it now? So as time goes, we are going to be moving on to the next stage, which is the electronic configuration. Talk about isotopy. Do you understand? So now let's quickly dive into the next subtopic. Alright, so this is the electronic configuration of the first 20 elements. So these are the first 20 elements. So we have the atomic number and the electronic configuration. We have the K shell, L shell, M shell, and the N shell. So we have hydrogen. So hydrogen can only stay what? Hydrogen is what? Is in the K shell. So helium contain what? Is only in the K shell also. Helium. So now the least amount that you can find in the K shell is just 2. You understand? So if it is more than 2, you have to move to the L shell. So that's why we have 2, 1. Which do you understand now as lithium? So lithium is what is in the L shell. You understand? So now the next one is a beryllium, which is 2, 2. Then we move to the 2, 3, 2, 4. So now L can also contain 8 electrons. So L can only contain 8 electrons. So once it is more than 8, you get it. So we have to move to the next one, which is the M shell. You understand? M shell can also contain 8 electrons also, same with the N shell. You understand? So now when we move to this place, that we observe when we got to 288, when we got to the potassium, it's called that it moves to the N shell. Why? Because it has already meet up with the amount of electrons that the shell can contain. So the shell can only hold 8 electrons, which is LMN can only hold 8 electrons. Only K can hold 2 electrons, so it cannot hold more than 2. So if it is more than 2, it has to move to the next shell. Do you understand? So that's why we are having something like this. So this is the electronic configuration of the first 20 elements. Again, you can also in your own free time you can try to do the first 30 elements. You know, I actually recited the first 30 elements to you, so you can actually do the first 30, the electronic configuration of the first 30 elements. So now we shouldn't talk much. Let's move to the next subtopic now. Alright, so let's quickly solve this question. Which of the following atom contains the highest number of electrons in the outermost shell? Which of the following atom contains the highest number of electrons in the outermost shell? So now we already know this electronic configuration. So now let's go. So now this is oxygen, 8 now. Now in the outermost shell we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, for oxygen, so we can just do like 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. That is 4, 8. You understand? So this is it. So now we have 1s2, 2s2. The amount of electrons that S can hold is just 2. You understand? So we observe that the next one is 4. So the highest number that X can hold is 2. So we have to move to P. We have XPDF. So we have X, P, D, F. Do you understand? Get it now. So they each have the amount of number that they can hold. Do you understand now? So now X can only hold 2. You understand? So the amount, the highest electrons that X can hold is what? Is 2. So now that's why we move to P, which is 4. So we have 1x2, 2x2, 2p4. So we have 2, 4. So we have 2, 4, 8. So that makes it 8. You get it now? So the next one is neon. So we have neon is 10. So we have 1x2, 2x2. This is 4 now. So remains 6. Get it now? So we move to what? P now, which is P. That is 2 plus 2. That is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. So now, have you seen it now? So we want to know the highest what? What's it called? The number of electrons in each outermost shell. We want to know the one that has the highest number of electrons in the outermost shell. So the next one is this, which is 15. So this is what? 1x2, 2x2. This is 2, this is 4. So we are left with how many now? We are left with, okay, this is 2p6. So this is, so the highest number of electrons that P can hold is what? Is 6. So this is 2 plus 2, which is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. So we are left with what? 5. So now the next one is what? 3x. And we know that the highest number of electrons that X can hold is 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So I can get this. I'm doing this like this. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 2 is what? 12. So we are left with 3. Do you get it? So we have to move to P. You get it now? So we have 3p3. So it is complete now. It's complete 15 now. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 6, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. So this is complete. So the next one is 19, which is what? 1x2, 2x2, 2p6, 3x2, 3x2, and 3p. So we have 4, 10, 12. So remain how many now? 7. So we have 3p6, 4x1. You understand now? So you know why? Because the highest number that the highest number of electrons that P can hold is 6. So now I move to 4x. Do you understand? So we have 1x2, 2x2, 2p6, 3x2, 3p6, 4x1. If we add this now, we have 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 2 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18, 18 plus 1 is 9. So this is complete. So which of these ones now has the highest number of electrons in its outermost shell? So the answer is the neon. You get it now? So the neon has the highest number of electrons in its what? Outermost shell. Let's talk about the outer. What? The outer what? The outer shell. So this is what? The outer shell. Okay, so don't be moved by okay, this one has 8, this one has 4. I'm talking about the highest, the one that has that is the outer. You get it now, which was the last shell. So the last shell now, so what's electron, the one that has the highest number of electrons in the what? In the last shell. So the last shell of this neon is what? It contains what? 2, 4, 6, 8. It contains 8 electrons. You get it now? But because of this formula, that's why we make it 2p6. But the highest number of what? Of this neon in the outermost shell is what? 8 electrons. So that is that for that. Alright, so let's move to the next one now. So the answer is what? The answer is neon. So the answer is what? Neon. So I want you to note that. So let's move to the next. Alright, so this is now this next subtopic, atomic number and mass number. You understand? Atomic number and mass number. So now the atomic number of an element is the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. When I talk about atomic number, say this is the number of protons what? In the nucleus of an atom. The number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. So in a neutral atom, the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. Talk about the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. I want you to note that. Given the symbol 4020, it can be deduced that Y has. So we want to get it now. So what does Y has? What's this Y represents? We want to what? Deduce it to get it now. So now the next one is, what is the atomic number of an element whose cation Y plus has the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So let's quickly solve that right away. 1 Y 4020. So now this 40 represents mass number, while this 20 represents atomic number. So now just say 40 represents mass number, while 20 represents atomic number. So now let's see what the answer is here. So the answer here is an atomic number of 20. You get it now? So the answer here is B, an atomic number of 20. Do you understand? So that's for that. So let's do the second one now. So the second question states so we have y plus. Now y plus now in the ionized states. Ionized states say that we have 1x2, 2x2, 2p6. You get it now? In the ionized state. Y plus in the ionized state. Ionized state. So now let's talk about it. Now when we remove this plus now, this plus we move it to this place now. We will now have 1x2, 2p2, 2p6 and 3x1. I told you that the maximum number that x can hold is what? Is 2. The maximum electrons that what x can hold is 2. The maximum electron that p can hold is 6. So that's why we moved to 3x2. So we have, so now we've already moved this plus cation. This is cation, positively charged ion. So now this plus, when we move it, we have to add it. No, plus means plus 1. When we, since we've not put any number yet, it means plus 1. So we've moved this plus 1. We've added it to what? These ionized states. So this is now in the ground state. Do you understand? Elemental ground states. So they call it elemental ground state. So let's add up everything now. So we have 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 1. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 6, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. So the answer is what? 11. So the atomic number of elements whose cation Y plus has this configuration. So the answer is 11. Do you understand? So that's for that. So let's quickly move to the next subtopic. This is the last example we're solving for today, which is the part 1 of this particular topic. This is just part 1. So we're moving to the part 2 next. So now I said mass number. Mass number is the sum of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of an atom. The sum of all proton, when you add proton and neutron together, you get your mass number. It's also called a nucleon number. So when you say nucleon, you know that you're talking about mass number. So now, for example, fluorine has a mass number of 19. The number of proton is 9, while the neutron is 10. Consider the element X. So now let's do that now. This for the first one. So X now. We already know the mass number will be at the upper part. And what's the mass number? 19. So it was fluorine has 19. The mass number is 19. While the number of proton is 9. Proton is also called atomic number. We already know what so the atomic number of an element is the number of protons in the nucleus. So now proton is also known as what? Atomic number. So you can also, you just put it here. So you just put this, so just say 19 is the mass number. Why 9 is what? Proton, which is otherwise known as atomic number. So that's for that. So let's see 70 proton, 17 electron and 18 neutron as a mass number of what? So we want to get the mass number of this particular question now. Mass number is equals to neutron plus proton. So what is our neutron? Our neutron is what? 18. And our proton is what? 17. So the answer is what? 35. So our mass number is what? 35. So now the third one is what? Find the number of neutrons in atoms represented by this. Do you understand? We already know this one is the mass number. And this one is what? 21 is what? The proton. So another name for proton is atomic number. So M equals to N plus P. But we have to look for what? Neutron, which is N. So just what? Collect like the M minus P equals to N, or N equals to M minus P. Do you understand? So what is our mass number? 45. M is 45, which is mass number. And what? Proton, which is P, is what? 21. So our answer is what? 24. So the number of neutron here is what? 24. It's just as simple as that. So that is all for that. So if you have any question, please do it to the comment section below. We'll be there to answer you. And also we have a Telegram channel where you can ask us more questions. You understand? You can negotiate with you and you can interact with us, communicate with us. So have your time in that Telegram channel. So this Telegram link is now what our YouTube bio. So go there, click on it. You're going to see yourself in our Telegram channel. You understand? So please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles. We appreciate it. Most especially subscribe, watch our videos. Before you download it, please watch our videos. You understand? Watch what you want to download. Whether you want to what you want to download is worth it or not. Please ensure you watch it to the very end. And also because we also need this to get it now. Because it's one of the ways you can encourage us. And also we appreciate it. We're also soliciting for a good camera phone. Yes, they were soliciting for a good tripod stand, talking about and also a noiseless microphone. You get it now? You can any amount is not amount is too small, so our account number is written in the is being displayed on the screen right now. So please, both our UK or US account and our Nigeria account is being displayed on the screen. So no amount is too small. We appreciate it. It's one of the ways you can encourage us. Thanks as you do so, and thanks as you bless us with the little amounts that you can bless us with. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to watch this video and don't forget to also wait for us to also upload our next video. Do you understand? Thanks and God bless you.